Hi, sir. We are the Group 11, so our topic is global migration, and I am the first reporter. I'm Reina Onti. So, the objectives of our report is analyze the political, economic, cultural, and social factors underlying the global movements of people, display the first-hand knowledge of the experiences of OFWs, and construct a policy protecting the rights of overseas Filipino workers. So, global migration is a situation in which people go to live in foreign countries, especially to find work. Most global migration is from developing countries to developed ones. Global migration can be understood as a cause and effect relationship, though the causes are just as numerous as their effects. People move across international borders for a variety of reasons. So, example is the OFWs or kanang mga edukado na pero kanang edukado na din but they want a big salary maong they go to foreign countries kanang mas dako or kanang mangita sila og work nga mas dako ang income kaysa diri sa atoang country. So why do people move? So people move in any different reasons, either because of poverty and other matters. So types of migration. We have five types of migrations. First, regular migrants. So migration that occurs through recognized authorized channels. The regularity of migration does not only refer to the method used to cross a country's border, as migrants can enter in a country through regular channels but find themselves in a irregular. So regular migrant indicates those who undertake movements that are compliant. So ito yung mga mamamayan na nagtungo sa ibang bansa na dokumentado, may permit para magtrabaho at ito ay legal. So second, irregular migrant. So irregular migrants, so ang irregular migrants ay ang mga mamamayan na nagtungo sa ibang bansa na hindi dokumentado. So walang permit para magtrabaho at sinasabing overstaying sa ibang bansa, sa bansang pupuntahan or pinuntahan rather. So, third, refugees. So, is someone who quickly leaves their home or country because of some sort of harm or poverty or other serious circumstances. Fourth, labor migration. So it is the movement of persons from their home state to another state for the purpose of employment. Last is brain drain. Is the migration of health personnel in search of the better standard of living and quality of life. Political factors in migration. According to the Organization for International Migration, there are approximately 192 million people who live outside their place of birth. A majority of these people are migrant workers and they make up 3% of the world's population. So, migration, human beings have always migrated from one place to another in search of better opportunities. But apart from economic factors, there are political factors that cause people to move from their home country to another country. War, persecution, and the absence of political rights are predominant political factors in migration. So, political factors include tax policy, environmental regulations, trade restrictions, and reform, tariffs, and also political stability. So, state persecution. State persecution involves the harassment, discrimination, and torture of people who disagree with their government, have minority religious beliefs, or ethnic backgrounds because conditions in their country are unsafe. These people are forced to migrate to safer countries. So, state persecution it includes the confiscation, one destruction of property. For example, the Migration Policy Institute indicates that the United Kingdom received the highest asylum applications of 5,050 555,310, or 15% of the total global asylum applications in 2002. These numbers, which remain roughly the same, reflect the rise in claims of persecutions in countries such as Iraq, Zimbabwe, Somalia, Afghanistan, and China. So, lack of political liberties. The lack of political liberties and rights and endemic corruption act as push factors for migrants seeking greater freedoms, even though they are not persecuted in their places of birth. Concerns that limit people's freedoms causes them to leave if the political environment is hostile. Then the economic situation is likely to be poor. This triggers migration for political and economic reasons. So, political liberties give the citizens the right to equality before law and the right to participate in the political process. Most migrants live for more democratic countries where they can pursue the better careers, education, and freedom. So, war. According to the National Geographic's Earth polls, there are approximately 42 million people worldwide who have been forced to migrate due to war. War and armed conflict have diverse causes, but all these factors are influenced by political issues. War migrants not only migrate to the usual countries such as United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. They also migrate within their own geographical areas such as within their continent. Most war migrants became refugees or asylum seekers. Refugees International indicates that in 2009 there were 15.2 million refugees globally. So, cultural and political. Political instability caused by cultural diversity causes people of a certain cultural affiliation to move within the country or away from their country to get all together. As a result of wars or ethnic strife, ethnic groups that were initially living apart can be forced within the same geographical boundaries. An influx of one cultural group can displace another group. Governments can also force cultural groups to move from one place to another, within or outside the country, to gain political advantage in having less cultural diversity. So cultural and political it is the way that culture including people, attitudes, opinions, beliefs and perspectives as well as the media and arts shapes society and political opinion and gives rise to social, economic and legal realities.